Hip-tang tastes like sexy, saucy sassoon. While serious lack of hip-tang is rare, lack of hip-tang is the leading cause of hospitalization in babies under 1 year old. Talk to your baby's doctor about hip-tang. Hip-tang takes doctor-baby confidentiality as seriously as the law requires. Hip-tang. Today, it's the last unicorn.
They passed down all the roads long ago, and the Red Bull ran close behind them and covered their footprints.
Based on the 1968 novel of the same name, The Last Unicorn is a 1982 film directed by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass. It's about a unicorn, voiced by Mia Farrow, on her search for other unicorns which have apparently disappeared. On her journey, we meet a cast of colourful and sometimes insane characters, including the sometimes competent wizard, Schmendrick, feudal Mr. Burns, a cat with a peg leg, a very thirsty skeleton, and a big titty tree. Whether it's entirely appropriate for children is questionable.
There is no immortality, but a tree's love.
Oh God, I'm engaged to a Douglas fir.
The Last Unicorn was produced by Topcraft, an animation studio in Japan that would go on to make Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind in 1984. Topcraft went bankrupt in 1985, leading to many of those involved, including Hayao Miyazaki, to form Studio Ghibli in the same year. So you could kind of call this a proto-Ghibli film, and knowing this little bit of history, the similarities and the technical progression are, I think, quite apparent.
So that be a unicorn. She is very beautiful.
I argue that The Last Unicorn's most dated element is its pop-rock soundtrack, with the occasional song from the band America being unnecessary, sometimes even tone-breaking. But what I really like about The Last Unicorn, aside from its wit and its nuance, is its sheer originality. Very few films are as surprising as this in terms of narrative development, and even in its final act, it's not at all obvious where it's all going. It keeps the feel of fairy tale, but old school fairy tale, where its themes are quite open to interpretation.
This is a super spell. The bars are now as brittle as old cheese, which I crumble and scatter so.
Tomorrow, they did it. It's the end.